Hi, and welcome to my Creative Art Studio YouTube channel. I'm Lisa, and this video will cover instructions for creating the strawberry card that was part of the May class by mail. And for this card, I'm using the Sweet Strawberry Bundle. It is a photopolymer stamp set and a coordinating punch, if you can see that without too much glare. The punch will punch out the strawberry, the topper, this leaf, and the small flower. There's also some really nice words in here. That was so sweet of you. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Thank you. I really like that font. It's really pretty. There's also a really nice larger image of leaves and flowers that does not have a punch for it, but that's a nice one to stamp as well. I've also seen people use this image from the strawberry and turn it upside down and make it a pear. So that's kind of fun too. All right, so in your kit you have a piece of green cardstock and some designer series paper. This is going to form the base of the card. It doesn't open. It's going to be a flat back panel for this card. We're going to have a smaller card on the front, which comes from this piece of cardstock that you're going to fold in half, and this piece of the designer series paper that will go on the front. And because the designer series paper is double-sided, I mean, you could do, whatever combination you prefer. This is the one that I'm going to go with. And then we have a long strip of red cardstock. This is going to form what we call a belly band, and basically is going to go around this whole piece to keep this card closed. Okay, so you've got that long strip of red cardstock. We also have a bunch of small pieces, a scallop circle and regular circle. That's going to form the base for building the strawberries. We have 2 strawberries and little toppers. I stamped the this image on green cardstock and then just punched it out for you. And then the strawberry, I stamped the solid piece in real red, and then the outline piece in Memento Black. And this stamp set is called a 2-step stamping, and basically that means there's 2 images that go together. And typically what that will be is a solid image for coloring it, so you don't have to get out any coloring tools. You can just quickly stamp it with an ink pad, and then an outline image that provides some more depth and dimension to your stamping. So you'll see that with the strawberry, with the topper, with both the flowers and the leaf. So you've got your solid image and your outline image. So I've done that with 2 strawberries. The toppers, as I mentioned, I just stamped the outline image on green cardstock. And then you've got a sentiment piece. I went with the Happy Birthday, You Sweet Thing. If that's not your thing, if you don't really like that part of it, you could actually fussy cut around the happy birthday, okay? And cut that piece right off. So that's an option for you. If you do that, and fussy cutting just means you're going in and cutting around the image. If you do that, I would suggest you fussy cut that first, glue it onto the red, and then copy the cutting around it, okay? Otherwise it might look kind of funny just on the solid rectangular piece of red cardstock. So that would be my suggestion with that if you don't like that, all of that word, all of that sentiment. And then I also punched using this punch and some designer paper from, I think this was maybe from the celebration, but I had some left over. I punched out a couple of leaves and a couple of flowers just to make it quicker than stamping and punching, but those are optional pieces for you if you want to use them or not. Okay, so let's get started building this card. So take your off-white piece of cardstock, fold it in half, give it a nice crease because this is actually your card. And then you can go ahead and attach your designer series paper to the front of that card. I'll go ahead and put this on. Just trying to keep an equal border around it. So there is your little card, and you can write all your messages inside. Then let's build the base. So this is going to create a standard A2 size card. So 4 1/4. This green piece is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I cut the designer paper down just a little bit. I cut it down to 4 by 5 1/4. And so this is just creating your standard A2 size base of your card, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and just glue this, your actual card part, right to the front. So super cute. I really like this. You might want to have a little extra adhesive on this piece because it might get a little more action, opening and closing. Center that on the front, like so. So now here's your card. How cute is that? Just a simple little card, a little bit different than the standard ones we create. Now, then you're going to take your long strip, and all you're going to do is just place it down and fold it around to the back so that it joins at the back, and then you just want to kind of make sure that it's even, okay? And then once you've got it there like that, then you can go ahead and crease that just so you've got a nice fold there. And you can go ahead and glue this down, okay? And so what I'll typically do is put adhesive on this end and then on this end. Okay, so right here and right here, so that now when I join, it's gonna stay. I don't have any adhesive on it, where it's, you know, gonna close this onto the back panel or anything, but I've got them right at both edges, so it joins really nice. So this is what's called a belly band, and then you just slide it off to open up your card, okay? And then you just slide it back on. So that's what's called a belly band. It's kind of a cute little thing to do. And then we're gonna build on the belly band, okay? And so then that whole thing will slip off to expose the card. Now, it's your choice if you want to put your sentiment. You can put it anywhere. I'm going to put my sentiment on the front of this card, and then it's going to be hidden by this front image and the belly band. You can also put it inside the card if you prefer to have that in here. You can also put it on the front as you're building up your strawberries. So this could be somewhere on the front like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down just so I have that piece, and then I'll show you how you could put that on the front. And I didn't cut this one of mine quite, so just going to trim off a little bit there. Okay, so now let's build this piece. So go ahead and glue your circle piece down onto your scallop circle. Try and center that. And then you're just going to build this however you like, you know, whatever is attractive to you. When you're doing two-step stamping, sometimes the image will be off a bit, and that's okay. It's kind of a nice look. It almost looks like you painted it. But you can also cover it up too if you didn't like that, right? So you could cover it up this way. So you just decide how you want to build your focal image here. You've got lots of pieces. You can sort of do this however is attractive to your eye. Okay? So really anything you want, and if you like the word image or the sentiment on the front, that's also an option. You could just tuck it in here like this. You could also have it a little more on the main part. Don't mind me just kind of fiddling around here. Just want to give you ideas of how you can do that. So there's another way you can build this focal image on the front. All right? So super cute, and I think I'm gonna though put this one on this little inside card, and I might even, so I'm gonna put this on the front of this card so that once they pull the belly band off, they see the birthday wish. I'm gonna put that right on the front, and you know what? I might, let's see, I might leave, let's see, this darker flower out front, and I might put this one on here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just use a glue dot for this. So I'm just going to grab a glue dot off here, maybe even two. There's one, two glue dots, and place this flower right here. I like that. And it's still going to be hidden by this larger panel. Okay, so now let's build this panel. See, I'm going to start with my leaves. Put these down because I think I want, or at least put down this one leaf. And then I'm going to put this strawberry down up here a little bit like so, and see, use a little, I'm gonna just pull off a couple of glue dots. And if you're concerned about the stem, you could add a little glue pen to the stem, just to, if you're concerned about that maybe tearing because it's loose. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Just hold that in place for that liquid glue to hold. Now I'll put my other leaf here so that it's overlapping a little bit of that strawberry. And I think this strawberry, I think I'm actually going to pop it up. So I'm going to use some dimensionals on this one. Just to give a little different interest. Put that right there. And then for the stem, I'm going to do glue dots. Yep, got both those on there, like so. And in this case, you know, that stem is loose. If you were concerned about that, you could come in and just trim off a little piece of dimensionals. Okay, so I just trimmed off this little tiny piece. Pull off one end and attach it to the back of the stem. This is just if you're concerned about it kind of tearing off or getting damaged. And then there, see? And now that's down pretty secure. And then the last piece is this flower, and I think I'm going to also put some dimensional. Now what I want to do with this one is I want it not popped up from this strawberry, because this strawberry is already popped up. So I just want a dimensional over here behind this and flat adhesive here, okay? So a little bit of flat adhesive on this part. Ooh, got a little extra there. Come on. Get that out of the way. So a little bit of flat adhesive on that side, and probably gonna pull just a piece of, I love that about these dimensionals, right? You can just cut off whatever size piece you need. It's nice that they're already in, you know, shapes for you, but you can also use the edges and cut down whatever piece you need. So now this dimensional piece has to be off and not on this strawberry. Otherwise it'll really pop. It'll be stuck up too high. Okay, and so there's my final little image for the front of the card. And then what we're gonna do is just kind of get it what direction you want it. Okay, this is straight up and down, so I'm gonna flip it straight over, and I'm going to put adhesive just through the center. I'm going to make sure I get plenty, because this is the only place it's going to be attached. Okay, so I'm going to actually do a double line, but it can't be thicker than your belly band. Okay, so that adhesive can't be thicker than your belly band. And then what you want to do is you can just stick your belly, and you know, you can actually put the piece where it was sealed into this, and then you won't even have that showing at all. So that's an option, so we can do that. Let's do that. I'm going to just center this and just place that belly band down right on there, and then give it some pressure, and now there's my belly band to close my card. And so I'm going to now slide this on, and if you ever have any trouble getting a belly band on, you can kind of just give a little bit of bend to your image or your card base, and then just slide it on. And now there's your finished product. So cute, I love this. And then when they take the belly band off, they've got their little surprise message, and then they can open up the card and you've got your message to them inside. So I think that's pretty cute. And there's the final product. So I hope you enjoyed that. I do have a couple other cards I want to share with you from this same stamp set. So this one was created for me. I love this. It's just a really pretty card with the black and white and then the pops of color for the strawberry. So this was done with stamping the flower in yellow, the solid image in yellow with the outline image in black, and then these were punched with the punch. And then the same thing done with the strawberry that I did for this card. But then here's the stem that was done with the two-step stamping again. Okay, and that was done all in green. So not a black image, but the two different green colors. Same with the leaves. And then they're all punched with the coordinating punch that goes with this bundle. So that's a really cute card. And then here's another one. This one's a little more complicated one that if we, once we have in-person classes again, maybe we can do this technique. This is called a fold and lock slider card. And basically you can't open the card. It doesn't open without sliding this image off. So this image slides off and then the card will open up. It's a little bit tricky to get this slider piece created, but it's something we could do in a in-person class. So just wanted to show you that really cute and just show you how there's that one image on the stamp. that you can just stamp onto cardstock. It doesn't have a punch for it or a die for it, and then you can build your strawberries. So this one, I stamped that image. I stamped this one strawberry also, just right on the white cardstock, and then did a couple other strawberries that I punched out. And again, use that sentiment right on the front. So just another way to build your focal image. So I hope you enjoyed those cards, and thank you for stopping by.